and he will throw. He's going for the bundle. He has Houston. Houston steps out of bounds. Houston inside Dallas territory to the 34-yard line, and I'll tell you, that's a gutsy call.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video, and welcome to the Gridiron. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone out there who's been watching my channel, watching my videos. I really appreciate it. If you give this video a thumbs up, or maybe leave a comment below, or possibly share this video, it would mean so much to me. But just anyway, just thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to watch this video. Thank you. Got some update on some injury news heading into the Week 4 game. Giants at the Saints. I want to say it should be a good one, but it should be a loud one anyway. I'm sure the Superdome is just going to be roaring. Now the Giants, they ruled out, Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton, hamstrings. Okay, it's the when I look back at 2021, all right, nobody else will, but you know, when I look back at 2021, talk about the New York, it's just gonna be the year of the hamstring. That's all I'm gonna call it, the year of the hamstring. All right. So those two guys have been ruled out. Ben Bredeson, his hand. Okay. I'm not exactly sure. All you know is hand. That's possibly why he graded out so poorly against the Falcons. Okay, so he's been ruled out as well too. Okay, now the Giants, every week I look, I compare the two teams, like the injury reports and all that. The Giants got like 7 or 8 pages of guys just injured. Then I look at the other team and they got like 2 guys, maybe 3. This week I actually saw 5 guys, 5 for the New Orleans Saints. Usually, that's amazing. Usually, weeks past I'll see 2, maybe 3 guys on the other team, and the Giants will have like 300 guys. Like the whole team is just on the injury report. Well, this week the Saints have 5. Okay, but the Giants have 12. Okay, yeah. I guess we can't beat the other team on the scoreboard. We'll beat them at the injury report. I guess we'll just get twice as many injuries as the other team does. I guess that's how the Giants are going to plan on winning this year. I guess I don't know. They got Tay Crowder, hamstring, shocker there. Okay, he's on the injury report. Okay, and he was limited in practice. Of course, same thing with Saquon, his knee. Now it's probably going to be the same thing with Saquon probably all year long. They're just going to limit him in practice. It's going to be his knee. Hopefully nothing else pops up. But they're just trying to put a pitch count on him. They're giving him some more and more reps each week in the games. So they're trying to protect him. In practice, so he'll always be limited in practice, I'm sure. Kenny Golladay, he's on there with his hip. Okay, he's nursing a sore hip because he just got over his hamstring problem. Okay, so he went from a hamstring to a hip problem. All right, so same thing with him. Just nurse him. Hopefully the hip won't become too bad. We can certainly use him on the field, especially since Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard won't be playing this weekend. All right, then of course we've got Logan Ryan. He's on there, hamstring. Okay, we've got Crossan. He's his elbow. All right, Nate Ebner. He's still got the problem with the quad. All right, he's none of these guys been ruled out or nothing, but they just been limited in practice. Okay, Colin Gillespie, his ankle. Okay, Casey Kreider, he's on there. The guy has a problem with his knee, and Caden Smith. He has a problem with his knee. Now, Caden Smith and Tay Crowder, okay, hamstring. They're listed as like questionable for the game tomorrow. Okay, but so we know there's 3 guys that are out, and they got Tay Crowder and Caden Smith that are questionable for tomorrow's game. All right. Also, it was interesting. Last weekend, Devontae Booker was a healthy scratch. awfully weird. You run out and you sign the guy right away. You bring him on there and then don't want to play him. Wow, very interesting. And then of course we had John Ross. Okay, he came off the IR, hamstring, right? So we'll be interested to see if he's actually on the roster this weekend. So we'll have to wait and see. John Ross, he came on off the IR, for the hamstring. Not that Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard are going on the IR, but they're two wide receivers. They're going, they're not playing because of hamstrings. Anybody ever remember a guy named Ellerson Smith, our fourth draft pick? Well, he's still on the IR. Hamstring, okay? So I can't wait to see, maybe somewhere along the line, maybe we'll actually get a chance to see this guy maybe sometime this season, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But apparently Matt Skura is going to be taking the place, Ben Bredeson this weekend. All right. Week 1, all right, now this is the 4th week in a row. All right, we're going to have a different guy at the left guard, 4 weeks in a row. Hopefully Matt Skura can break the streak, and hopefully he can make it at least 2 weeks before we lose somebody at the left guard. Of course, we had first week we had Andrew Thomas. Okay, then we had Shane Lemieux started. Okay, at the left guard. Then we had Nick Gates, Will Hernandez, and Nate Solder. Okay, for week 1. And of course, I think 17 snaps into the season. Shane Lemieux couldn't take it anymore, go anymore, or whatever, because of his torn patella tendon. So then we went to week 2. Okay, we put Billy Price in at center, and we slid Nick Gates over to the guard. Okay, left guard, and then halfway through the first quarter, boom, gone. Okay, broke 2 bones. He's out for the season. All right, so then we got the 3rd week. All right, we're rolling around. Okay, we put Ben Bredeson there. We still have, Andrew Thomas at left tackle. Ben Bredeson was at left guard. Billy Price was at center. Will Hernandez at right guard. And right tackle was Nate Solder, right? And so along the line, Ben Bredeson hurt his hand. Okay, so now this 4th week in a row, all right, we got a new guy in there at left guard. Now, I believe, what we're going to have, I guess, will be Andrew Thomas, Matt Skura, all right, Billy Price, Will Hernandez, Nate Solder. I'm dying to see somewhere along the line. It would be nice if we had a Matt Parrott sighting. I mean, I know he played a little bit in week 1, but he hasn't played since. I was just hearing kind of things that they were going to try to put Matt Parrott, maybe slide him in, see if he could play maybe a little guard. But I guess it's not working out too well. I mean, if the guy's not playing. But Matt Skura is a little interesting because he played, it's just a little odd when you get a offensive lineman in the NFL from Duke. It just don't happen too often. Now, he actually overlapped with Danny Dimes, okay? 2015 was Matt Skura's last season at Duke, all right? 2015 was Danny Dimes' first season at Duke, but I believe he redshirted. So they were on the same team, but they didn't actually play because Danny Dimes didn't want to play. But so they didn't actually overlap at Duke. He said he heard of an interesting story. The first year when he was 2015, Danny Dimes was in there, and I guess must have been during practice and all. And then one of the guys went up to Matt Skura and said, "Yo, you see that new kid? He's like the new quarterback we got, Daniel Jones. He's like tearing up the defense. Like I guess in practice or whatever like that." And the guy Matt, yeah. I guess he didn't think too much of it at the time, but I think he's thinking a lot more of it now. He did pretty good in college, Matt Skura, especially his senior year. He was pretty good. Now, he his first year, 2012, okay, in college, he played 14 snaps against Florida State in 2012. Okay, he played at right guard. All right, he played one game. All right, 14 snaps. That was it. All right. 2013, he got bumped it up a little bit. He went to center, okay, and he played in 72 snaps, okay. 2014, when he was a junior, he became full-time. 923 snaps at center, all right. Then his senior year, 2015, okay, he had 1,033 snaps, all at center. He graded out at a 92.2. Pretty impressive. His pass blocking grade was an 83.4, and his run blocking grade was a 93.3. So, I'll tell you what, if you're a offensive lineman at Duke, okay, and you're grading out at over a 92, that's pretty impressive. All right, so he had a small sample size at right guard, and the rest of the time he was at Duke, he played at center. Okay, then he got drafted by the Ravens. Okay, in 2017. All right, he played. In 2017 he actually played right guard. Okay, he graded out at a 53.4. He had 738 snaps. Okay, in 2017. All right, he graded out at 53.4. Then 2018, all right, he played center for the Ravens. All right, he graded out at 60.9. 2019, he played center for the Ravens. He graded out at a 68.7. That's not too bad, but once again, that's a center. Okay, 2020, last year with the Ravens, he actually played center, and he played a little left tackle. Okay, he graded out at 49.1. All right, now I think the left tackle is what kind of brought his grade down a little bit, but I mean, he did play left tackle. So I mean, he's played center between college and pro. He's played right guard, he's played left tackle, and he's played center. So he's played center, tackle, and guard. He's played all three positions, but he has not, played left guard. Not that it's, it is different, but it's not. I mean, it's a guard, but has not technically played left guard yet, ever, in college or in the pros, right? So we'll have to wait and see. But as I said, in 2019, when he was a center for the Ravens, he graded out at 68.7, so not too bad. He's not with the Ravens anymore. So, I mean, if he was that good, I'm sure he'd still be on the team. So, we'll have to wait and see. Rob Sale's doing a pretty good job so far. It's kind of like a mass unit. It's like every week somebody else is getting hurt. You got to bring somebody else in off the practice squad and all, teach him up and everything, get him in there, and hope for the best. So I mean, it's hard to, obviously to teach guys, and every week the guys keep getting hurt. So maybe if he can actually stay healthy, all right, knock on wood, maybe, obviously as time goes by, Rob Sale can, work some more magic with him, and hopefully he'll be getting better and better. But so we'll just have to wait and see. It's not going to be easy in the Superdome. At least he's a left guard, all right. If he starts left guard, he'll be right by the ball, so he's not tackle, trying to hear, because it's going to be loud in there, right? So he's right by the ball. He can see the ball getting snapped, and hopefully he won't jump off sides or anything like that. So obviously I wish him nothing but the best, but it's not going to be an easy task going up against the Saints this week. Now the Saints got on there, all right, they only got 5 guys. The Giants got like 12. Every week the Giants, I said double or triple the other teams for some reason injury report. I mean, the first 3 weeks, I think I saw like the first week, I think Denver had like 2-3 guys on there. Washington the second week had like maybe 3 guys. Last week the Falcons, I think, had like 3 or 4 guys. This week, the Saints actually had 5 guys. But of course the Giants don't want to be outdone. They got to have 12 on the injury report. All right, and actually, what's weird? The first 4 weeks, I don't remember seeing one guy on the other team's injury report with a hamstring. I just don't. Okay, let me go over this one here. Okay, the Saints, okay, Eric McCoy, okay, their center, he's out, okay, with a calf problem, okay. He only played very sparingly in the first week of the season, okay, against, he only played 5 total snaps against Green Bay, okay. This is in the first week. So he's been out for a while, okay, with his calf. But the last 2 seasons he was with them, okay. Eric McCoy, he was their center. He was their starting center, okay. So that hurts, all right. Then they got Terron Armstead, all right. dude is good. he's good. He's a tackle. He's out with an elbow. Okay, so I mean, I wish nothing, no injuries on nobody. You want to line your best up against their best, and the best team wins. You just it's just part of it. Is what it is. You know what I mean? But we kind of it's for the Giants. It's kind of good because this guy is pretty special. 2 of the years he graded out at over a 90. Okay. In 2015, he graded out at a 92.4. 2018, he graded out at a 90. All right. So, I mean, and other times he graded out in the 80s. I mean, this guy is good. So, I mean, the Giants kind of, got a little lucky here. All right. That they won't be facing him. Okay. Then they also had this Demario Davis. He was, it was like a non-football injury designation, but it looks like he'll be playing. He's their linebacker, okay? Then you got Marshawn Lattimore. All right, he had a problem with his hand, but it looks like he'll be playing, okay? And then you got Jameis Winston, all right? He had a problem with his knee, okay? But those guys, they're full participants in practice, and it certainly looks like those guys will be playing, all right? But they only got the 5 guys. 2 of them are out, so. But, I don't understand, Joe Judge the other day in a press conference, guys were asking him about, stuff about his, his the way he practices and all that and everything, his conditioning program and everything. And he brought out like some cards and he was trying to defend himself from like last year. And, you think about last year, the Giants were relatively healthy. He said, I think they were like second in the league as far as fewest missed practices, and I think they were 3rd in the league as far as missed game time. I mean, unless guys just went on the IR or anything like that. But I'm sorry, as far as guys just like getting bumps and bruises and missing games, a game here, a game there, the Giants apparently missed like the 3rd fewest games in the league. So you think back to last year, and it's kind of like, they were, for the most part, they were relatively healthy. I mean, Daniel Jones got hurt; he missed a couple of games. Guy here got hurt, maybe he missed a couple of games. So last year, things weren't too bad. I mean, look, Evan Ingram actually played the whole season, right? But I mean, whatever's going on this year, I'm sure he's bringing the same, whatever he did last year, he's doing this year. But I mean, it ain't working. All right. I've never seen so many guys in my life with hamstrings. I mean, it's just absolutely unbelievable. I mean, guys can break a bone, but I mean, the conditioning is to help prevent soft tissue injuries, okay? And a hamstring injury is one of those. And whatever's going on, it ain't working. As I said this before, I'll say it a million times. Nothing can derail a season faster than injuries. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!